Hey guys, welcome to Bethany's channel and welcome to July, which is Youth Month. In this month, we'll be focusing and acknowledging youth in Bethany. In this series, we'll be focusing on getting to know our youth at Bethany. A lot of times we see the youth in Bethany serving, but we don't know them personally. So we will be doing 21 questions where we will be getting to know the youth a little better. So I hope that you enjoy this segment and I hope that you stick around to see just learn more about our youth.
No, I didn't.
I say we had cheesecake yesterday.
One more time.
Well, send me a heart.
Okay, so my name is Sylvia Skippings. Hello, everybody.
Wesley Molly. This is my fiance.
Awesome.
Yes, we're engaged.
My name is Ashley Edwards, and this is my lovely, beautiful, gorgeous
No shoes.
wife, Ezekiel Edwards / the Menace.
Through a mutual friend. That was me and her best friend was in a conversation. It was me, her, and my boy. And she just so happened to be in the background listening on to what we're saying.
We were on Skype.
She decided she wanted to come into the conversation. And since that day, we just been, I just was always bothering her. So it came to the point where it's like, I would go to her school. I taught her to drive. She almost killed me several times in that process.
Twice.
3 times.
It was only twice.
But yeah, since that day, been inseparable.
August 16th,
Last year, 20.
1994, 1997, what's your year?
I was telling you.
Oh, sorry.
2020.
awesome.
Great.
Awesome. Why was it awesome?
Because COVID year was our year.
It really hasn't changed much because we always, I guess, since we've been together so long, like almost 5 years, it's like, it's honestly like we just moving on to the next phase because now we just think about marriage and how is life going to be after that. We're thinking about, all right, I'm currently in the process of doing something. She's here supporting me with that. So we're focused on more serious stuff now. So it's not just, it's like we're just trying to set ourselves up for the next level.
Okay. Do you have anything to add to that, Sylvia?
It's sort of the same, but instead of the little goals that we have, we also have these big goals in mind as well. So it's like the same thing.
Okay, I don't think this is going to answer the question, but Ashley is very selfless. That's right? Yes.
Okay.
So he's going to always put me, his wife, before himself. So if he have a little piece of something left on his plate, he'll give it to me. That kind he is. See that?
That's
Get you,
excellent. So either way,
get you a husband like Ashley.
Okay.
No more. Well, actually it wasn't, because I have already had the conversation with God and we have already had that connection and that thing what I wanted to establish. So it didn't matter who I date once I knew she had the traits and characteristics that I was looking for, and if she didn't have that, then she was a Hicks.
Is that word bigger than very?
I don't know. You could find out. Tell me. I don't know.
Very important. It's beyond important. I mean, because if you, you said in our marriage or? Well, okay, so it starts off like him being like the center of your life first, because you always think about him in every decision you make. So going forward, thought about him joining the marriage, and then yeah.
It varies because we have moments where both of us are funny and it just comes. It just natural. So to say off the top of our head, well, like for me, I don't remember it now because, like I say, it's just natural. It's just said and then you forget about it. But it's just a funny moment between us right then and there. But we have lots.
So would you consider yourself a funny couple?
But, you know,
Okay.
Who you know?
Kiki kiki kaka
So I
kaka.
actually have this thing where he would say, it's just like a song like back in the day, or whatever the case may be. He'd be like, you don't know about this. You just born. So it's like that.
I can't cook.
Me.
I am.
Answer that real quick.
I'm trying to teach him how to. But I am the better one.
Either of you can answer.
What you
Or
said
both of
last?
you can
What you said last time? Yeah?
Hashtag God help us. And I don't mean to say it like in a bad way. It's not meant to be negative. It's just that we have been through a whole lot, and it only is by the grace of God that we actually still together and still be like, yeah, we know that God made us for one another. So that's it. He have to help us through.
You know.
Hashtag always and forever.
Hashtag newlywed words. See what I did there?
Well, basically just being together. Because for me, majority of the time I work. So that time when I come home, just being together is just it. Other than being together on Sabbaths, you know. Because Sabbath is basically the only day we be together the whole day straight through from morning to night. So the Sabbath is really a blessing for all of us.
Well, I like to watch like shows together. We watch shows together. That's be good. Except for like when he watch without me, then I be mad. So I gotta catch up now. Yes. And it be him doing.
One of the things that we've done a lot that has been one of my favorites is we like the beach. So we normally just go there. We don't have to go in the water, but we just go there and we just sit and we just think about life and think about everything that we want to do. We put goals in place and we help each other achieve those goals while we at the beach. And then if we feel so moved, we will go in the water.
Okay, so the story, it ain't long, but I could just, do it real quick. So Ashley was the plumber at, can I say like where I used to work? Because I don't get. Just say like where I used to work, right? I just
Well,
say
you gotta throw a plug in there for doing brothers, yeah? Free die, free buy.
Oh.
Not free.
Okay. So ask the question again, okay?
What's my question? So, my next question is, how did you guys meet each other?
Okay, Ashley was the plumber at Twin Brothers where I worked. I don't work there anymore. And I don't really remember what happened. It just, it was like no big details. So Ashley had asked me out one time, but I used to work like often. So it was some time ago.
Hey, Hawks.
Yeah, you
thought I
did.
tell you.
No, the first time you asked me to go out.
Oh, okay.
And then the time after that, he told me, yeah, see? He told me we're gonna go out. So we went out. And then the rest is
History.
history, yeah. And then the fun fact, right? I didn't know who Ashley was. So my boss had asked me, he's like, oh, did you see Ashley? Who's Ashley? Then he said, oh, the man who's that pink car. And if you know Ashley, you know Ashley's with that pink car. So he said, the man who's that pink car asked me, oh, I thought your wife was that pink car. I didn't know about. Then he's like, the plumber. So they say, okay, I know who you mean now. Yeah, so I didn't know who he was.
With me, I don't want to say I didn't have a personal life before I met him. It's just that I never used to leave my house like that unless it was with some of my friends. So when I met him, he's the one who like brought me out the house, took me different places. So he gave me new experiences. But even with those new experiences, whenever I went out with my friends or something, I made sure to text him, hey, I'm heading out with this person. We're supposed to go this place. So he doesn't worry. And when he goes out, he texts me like, hey, I'm home or I'm heading this place, I'm going this way, so I don't worry. Because especially with his line of work, I tend to worry a lot. So I just want to make sure that he's safe. But whenever we go places separately, we just make sure that one another has a heads up of where we're going to know, okay, well, this person's with this person in case something happens.
With me, My life is very busy, especially in this line of work. There ain't no such thing as an 8-hour day. On average, I'd have 10 to 11 hours to work. If I'm not to work, I'm to the gym. If I wasn't to the gym, I had school. If I ain't at school, I trying to deal with some business, whether it be lawyers or building or side jobs, things like that. Just so I always busy. So the main key aspect that I find is, regardless how busy I am, I have to make time for something I like to do, is spend time, whatever time I could. And if it ain't that, I still have, aside from making time for, I have to make time for God, whether that be reading in the morning or reading at night. So despite how busy I am, I still have to I make it my responsibility to find time to focus on the important things.
I feel my personal life. This person like me. Yeah.
Oh, so you in all his life?
Yeah.
Okay. Ashley?
She right.
Okay.
From work to Kia.
Okay.
From Kia to church. From church back to Kia. From Kia back to work.
Exactly. See that?
Yeah, you don't know. No, I don't
I
know.
don't know how to do plumbing.
Y'all do everything.
I know how to do the basic stuff. Walk.
Walk. Oh, I could answer that now. Oh, never mind. I can't answer that because I was going to say give birth, but I shouldn't know how to do that.
I just answered the last time.
That's fine.
Go.
I love you. Go.
Okay, so in the mornings, like it'll be like early in the mornings, 'cause, yeah. So we'd have to like do devotions together. We get like a couple like devotionals, and then like the quarterly, and then like it'd have to be early in the morning, like 7 o'clock. Yeah, and that helps us like, first of all, we get a bigger birdie, and then we gotta be doing that together. And so that helped us a lot, because before I just do my devotional anytime, it didn't matter. But because now we get up, yeah, and I gotta leave out at a certain time, so we gotta do it at a certain time.
I personally was a menace, I could say that much. But I could say from my late teens, I was trying to build my relationship with God. When I met her, well, I always knew to be a church-going person, so she helped me calm down and move from my more aggressive ways. Now I'm understanding, and my walk with Christ has been honestly a big factor in our relationship, because a lot of things we do and try to do, we have to put him first. Because like she said earlier, it's through him that we still together and we still do things that we need to do. But it's also through him that everything that we set to do as a team, we've been accomplishing. So that's what I'd say with that.
Yeah. I've always been a church-going girl. I've always been coming to church and worshiping and praising the Lord. But with him, it felt a little more real to have someone to study with and to go to Bible study with and just praise him together like a team. It's like you feel, even though you feel his presence by yourself, it's like an extra, it's like he's there more when it's both of us.
Like that extra support.
Yeah.
We went to, I don't remember if it was for her birthday, but we went to Campus Point for dinner. And I saw her whispering to no, it's my birthday. She's whispering to the waiter. And I looked, I see a waiter came out with a cake and something was written on the plate, or it was chocolate cake, because she know I like chocolate. So she looked at me and she started smiling. I'm like, okay, what is all this for? It's like she trying to surprise me, like, because I wasn't expecting it. But it's a little thing, so she do the goes out of the way. But that date right there, and she was dressed nice too. Yeah, that green dress. He was marching like.
I love it. I love it.
You always have company. That's my favorite thing. I always have my person. Yeah.
Don't lower your standards for anyone. What you set your mind to have and want in someone, stick with it. When you lower your standards, that's where you go wrong.
So my thing is, society has a way of making young people feel as though marriage is like out the window. But it's one of the best things, besides like following Christ, it's one of the best things that ever happened to me, marrying this young fella right there.
Young, not old, young.
See that?
17.
Would you like to go first?
Sure, I'd say, this generation, I'd say have an open mind, but know your worth. Don't let anyone use you. Know who you are as a person, value yourself, love yourself first, because if you love yourself first and you value yourself, then you are able to love someone else. Don't fall too deep for someone where you constantly chasing them, because nowadays you don't really know who is who. And when you find someone you think is worth it, test them. If they are accordingly, then, or pray about it, because I prayed about it. If God answers your prayer and he answers in strange ways, then that's for you. And if he set it up for you, no one can take it.
My advice would be space. Honestly, when you are dating someone, the first stage is like the honeymoon stage, they call it, and you want to spend every waking moment with that person, but you need your space. Because as much as you want to be with them, they're going to start annoying you very quickly.
I enjoy it.
So I say to have your space, and then with space, you tend to miss them even more. So when you do spend time with them, it makes the most of it.
The people. Yeah.
Like me?
Sure. That makes you feel good about yourself. Yeah. The people. I remember when I first came to Bethany, I get shout out Christy, because she was one of the first people when I came here. She was so welcoming, so loving, and it's just everybody in Bethany that is very, very welcoming, very friendly. Yeah, that's it.
The communication department.
Shout out, I see you were in Africa.
You know,
Dancing though.
world through the word.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to thank you for tuning into our second installment of our 21 question series and for participating in our second devotional thought this Youth Month 2021. This evening, our devotional thought is entitled Broken But Usable, and is taken from a devotional from Markel Williams. This evening she writes, "All of us are broken people in some way or another. Regardless of how broken we may find ourselves, we can be used for the glory of our Heavenly Father. God specializes in using broken people. The lame, the blind, the deaf, prostitutes, murderers, liars. All of Jesus' disciples were broken people, yet he chose them and he used them mightily. That means that whether or not you are whole or broken, God can still use you to accomplish his mission on earth. God can use your mess and transform it into a message. He can turn your test into a testimony. The enemy may try his best to convince you that you are too broken and that God will never use someone like you to accomplish his work. But this is far from the truth. God's grace is sufficient. His grace takes us from our lowest point to where he needs us to be. His grace will cover us, it will protect us, it will sustain us, and it will carry us through to our personal finish line. I encourage you all today not to despise your brokenness, for God can use you to accomplish mighty things. He will not leave you broken, but will heal and make you whole in the process. Remember, just like broken things, broken people can still be used. Happy Sabbath.
I know if y'all try that chocolate cake from Edge, but I would spend.
That chocolate cake costs $13 for a slice.
As a fitness junkie, I'd be in the gym all the time, but I'd gladly get fat off of that.
That's where we be. Shout out ABTM. Yeah, that no. Cam. That's a Cam.